Hot Cross Buns.
We all know the rhyme, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, and these days prices have gone up a bit, but
With just a few simple ingredients, I'm going to show you how I make these at home.
Step 1, soak fruit in a little warm water, then warm some milk and set aside a 1/4 cup to bloom your yeast. This is not necessary if using instant. To the rest of the warm milk, you want to add some butter and set aside. Now dry ingredients. Add salt, sugar and your spices to your flour along with some freshly grated lemon zest. Whisk well to combine, and now we're going in with our wet ingredients. So first the yeast, then the butter and milk mixture, and then 1 egg. Stir to combine, and then you want to go in with your hands to really bring this dough together. Push the dough onto itself until you've incorporated all of that flour and your bowl is fairly clean. Now it's on to the work surface for some more kneading. Now you know your dough is ready when you can pull it like this and it does not break. So at this point you want to cover and let it rest for about 10 minutes. So you want to strain your fruit and add any additions in there if using. And then this is how I like to add the fruit to my dough. Roll it out, spread some of the fruit on the surface area, press it in with your fingers, and then we're folding it in thirds like a letter, pressing along the way. The rest of the fruit goes on top, and then we're rolling it up, applying a slight pressure to make sure that everything gets tucked in there. A little cup and turn method, and then your dough ball goes into a buttered dish to proof for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. And this is what it looks like. So you want to punch it down to get rid of some of that air, and we're going to roll it into a cylindrical shape. The next step is easy. All you have to do is cut your dough into 12 even portions, and then it is on to forming our dough balls. So you want to flatten it out a bit, then use your outer corners and tuck it into the middle, and you're doing that for the entire circumference of the dough ball. Flip it over. Use a kind of claw type hand, put it down on the countertop and roll the dough until it forms a nice round shape. Do you want to make these in advance? Well, this helpful tip is brought to you by Frank Ramdeen Insurance. Once you form your dough balls, all you have to do is add them to a buttered dish, cover them with some oiled cling film, and then place in the refrigerator overnight. The next day, take them out of your fridge, let them warm up for about ½ hour and pop them into the oven. If you're making same day, allow them to proof for about 1 hour, and this is what they would look like. This batch had more fruit and this batch had less fruit, and I did that to show you the difference in how the dough balls would look. Now just brush the tops with some egg wash and it's into the oven to bake. In the meanwhile, you want to prepare your icing sugar, and as soon as the buns come out of the oven, you can brush them with some sugar syrup, some orange jam, or some honey. Now traditionally the crosses are made from a simple flour and water paste, but today I am using icing sugar to make my crosses because that is how I remember these from my childhood. So all you have to do is combine icing sugar and milk and then pipe the crosses on top, and that is all there is to it to make your fresh batch of hot cross buns at home.